Hello, everybody. Welcome to an all new episode of Respect the Combat, episode 218. I know we're here on Thursday night. It's a little different. We're not here on Friday morning. Well, whatever. Deal with it. Get over it. If you want to go whine about it, go talk to Destiny. He'll probably help you out. But we got a lot to talk about today. We got a lot to go over. And with us, as always, Mr. Donays. How are you doing today, sir?
5 years in the can.
5 years. 5 years. Yeah. I completely forgot that today was our 5 year anniversary.
It's crazy, dude.
It seriously is, especially like with everything that we've done in the short amount of time. It's honestly insane. Genuinely is. Now,
And and
go
to
ahead.
think this started just because I got bored over the course of the pandemic.
I mean, hey, the craziest things always start during the craziest of times. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, as you all know, we are not here alone. We always, every week, well, last week we didn't, but typically we always have a special guest.
Technically we did.
Well, technically we did. Now, yeah. Here's the 2022 AIWL Fonzo Hardcore Tournament winner. See him on AIW. And on ICW and and really goddamn good turkey. Kaplan, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Oh, of course, brother. Of course. Thank you for making the time to be here during your very busy schedule.
No, I'm doing great, man. I just got off work. I'm chilling outside. Look at this weather. Hey, howdy, neighbor.
Right?
Saying hi to the neighbors. Look at him over there. Hey, he's a good guy. Hey, Kathy. Kathy's a good neighbor. You're a good neighbor, Kathy. I don't care what they say about you. Yeah. So, nice day outside. I'm smoking a cigar. Just got off work. It's couldn't be a better day.
Yeah, nah, bro. I mean, honestly, it's a really nice day outside today. Like, definitely one of the few that we'll have over the winter. Now, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, goats of all ages, leave the goats alone. Are you ready to hop into these mainstream highlights?
I don't know, but whatever.
Let's do it.
Now, I had a last minute add in, Donays, that I know you're probably going to get a personal laugh out of. Now, this is something that I looked up earlier. So, according to WrestleNomics.com, AW is a little upset right now. Now, the reason why they're a little upset right now is because remember how WrestleTix gave the final report like back during All in Texas that there was like 27,000 tickets sold?
Okay.
That was not
Something.
correct. So what the correct number was around 23,000 tickets sold. But the main issue was that they projected with the state that they were going to sell at least 33,000 tickets. So, because of the fact that they missed their mark, instead of getting the 1.08 million dollars that they were projected to get, they instead received around 700,000.
Dang.
Jeez.
I can only imagine what Shahid had to say about that.
Chad was probably pissed off, but then
He's probably
talked
beyond
to the
pissed off
Chiefs.
right now.
It took a real beating there. That sucks.
Daddy Khan right now is beyond pissed off because imagine how much money he just lost.
His,
I
must-
mean,
his mustache fell off.
no, considering what happened on Monday, he's happy. Unless you're a Chiefs fan.
Love you.
Well,
Sorry, had to say goodbye to the wife. Yeah, no, I mean, do I think the product is slowly but surely improving? Sure. But do I also think that there are certain points where it's like, you guys obviously have some things that you need to work on? Oh, for sure. Definitely. I mean, hell, apparently WWE now has actually listened enough to the fan criticism and now they're actually restructuring the creative team.
Yeah.
aren't they always doing that?
Well, yeah, but that's also because there's a tree elf over there that he always threatens a flamingo, aka me, because I've yelled at their social media team God knows how many times. Like, dude, like completely off topic, but what was it? Crown Jewel last year when Metaphor was in the women's tag team match. I noticed on the graphic that they put some cheap ass little overlay on Lash Legend, and I called him out on it. And one of the dudes was like, "Oh, what's the big deal?" I'm like, "What's the big fucking deal? It looks ghetto. It looks stupid. I know indie promotions that make better shit than this. What the fuck do you mean? What's wrong with it?"
Bruh, whenever they do that, I noticed it when they had Jordan's render talking about she guess what for Showdown
Mm-hmm.
with just a traditional ref garb. I'm like, what are we doing here?
I don't know. Anyway, moving on before I get any more triggered. Lacey Lane, on a positive note, did make her AEW debut this week, answering Mercedes Moné TBS Open Title Challenge. It was, as Dade's put it, quite predictable. Lacey did not go over. So is this just a one-off, or is she coming back?
No graphic yet, but it was more important just to say, oh, I defended it the week before I broke the record. Because she is about to be out of the country next week instead of at Wrestle Dream when she breaks it.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. Like, honestly, I'm not even trying to talk shit here, because I used to be one of AEW's biggest advocates, but is it just me, or is that Wrestle Dream card just not appealing at all?
Yeah.
It's
not just you.
I'm more excited for Crown Jewel and Exodus this weekend than I am for Wrestle Dream.
That's right. I mean, Exodus. There you go.
By the way, if you haven't already, go buy tickets at exoprowrestling.com for Exodus this weekend. I just had to get that in real quick. Anyway,
Should have saved that for the end, bruh. But okay.
Yeah, it'll go at the end also.
Hey, when it comes down to, you can't go wrong in independent wrestling.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
I've never been to a bad independent show ever.
That's right. It's good. That's what we want. You know, this is the product beyond the product you see. You know, this is for people this is a stepping stone.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're a Knox Pro fan. We're a Knox Pro fan.
Moving on, per the Observer and due to creative, well, there's actually an update on this. So originally, according to the Observer, you're wrong again, Meltzer. Sorry. He was stating yesterday that Santos Escobar had been released, or not yesterday, Tuesday. He had been stating that as Santos Escobar contract had expired. Now, a few hours after that, there was an updated report by PW Insider that Santos Escobar did in fact agree to a new deal with the WWE for a multi-year contract. And according to those reports, the new deal was substantially higher than the previous ones.
Well,
which tells you how much they actually wanted to keep him.
Yeah.
They're just like, okay, listen, we don't want people to be making jokes that we're just getting rid of all of our luchadors because we signed on to AAA. Look, we need you to stay, okay?
Oh, Lord.
He's lucky, because if he didn't stay, I probably would have tried to swipe him up on a particular promotion that I work with. Anyway,
yeah. Money talks, baby.
And Killer Cross did say whichever next major contract that they sign will be the place that they call their forever home. Now, this is actually very big news coming from both of them, because one, this outright tells you that 99.9% they are not going back to WWE. And wherever it is that they land, whether it's MLW, TNA, NWA, AEW, it don't matter. That's going to end up being their forever home, and they're going to give 150% to that promotion. So whichever promotion gets them on contract, they're going to benefit heavily off of the both of them.
And I'll say this, that quote was from their Christian Elite interview.
Mm-hmm.
And that entire thing was like an hour and a half of them just, my heart goes out for Scarlett, because the way Backstage treated her as far back as the Rumble, so when they left at SummerSlam, was just shady as hell.
Bro, the fact that she never wrestled one match in WWE has me baffled.
Yeah.
Because she actually is a good wrestler. She's a very good wrestler.
And the fact she couldn't even, like, producers and backstage personnel were like, yeah, we're not even going to have you in backstage vignettes with your own husband. And AJ's the one that had to campaign for Cross to even be involved with the Logan Paul stuff.
I tell you what, though, what do these kids say nowadays? She's a ride or die. She goes with her husband wherever he goes, and that's good for
No,
them, I guess.
it was pretty clear. Like, yeah, we're like they didn't want her, and she was just a bargaining chip to keep him.
Oh
It was
yeah.
pretty clear.
Now, could you explain to me a little bit about this whole cease and assist from Nike on Bronson Reed's shoe design?
So you remember the tribal thief shirt that he had with the
Yeah.
shoes on it?
Yeah.
Nike got pissed over that design with the Nikes on it.
Why?
So
Because
they
they weren't
sent a
getting
cease and
because they
desist.
weren't getting a percentage?
So they sent a cease and desist to WWE that Bronson Reed himself said, "Oh yeah, I got to change the shirt because of Nike."
Why's everyone gotta be petty?
Boo-hoo, Nike. That's
I mean, I
important.
get it from a business standpoint, but it's like, dude, like you really think if you wouldn't have just contacted them and been like, hey, let's work out a deal, they wouldn't have worked out something with you?
They want
That's
they want money. They don't want that. They want their money, no matter what. Anything they can.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
probably why they dropped the shoe aspect of Bronson's whole character like immediately.
Right.
Yeah,
Now,
wouldn't be
some other,
surprised.
yeah. Now, some other good news that came out of this week: Stephen Bourdain Jr., aka the son of Sting, made his pro wrestling debut at the 52 Art Exhibition in New York, tagging with JD Drake and going against Darby Allin and Killer Cross. Holy shit, that's a fucking, like, talk
Debut.
about a first match.
Yeah, geez.
It's
Yeah.
just like, all
Yeah.
right, buddy, welcome to the business. You're going against Killer Cross.
That's wild.
Killer Cross and Darby.
Like,
But
you're
then
going,
again, Darby could easily be like Steven's wrestling dad because of everything Sting did for Darby.
bro. I mean, honestly, I mean, the other thing is that other than the fact of everything he's learned from Darby, imagine how much he can learn from Killer Cross just being in the ring with him.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
So,
he's in good hands, and his dad too. I mean, geez,
Oh yeah.
talk about really knowing the business. It's about as deep in the business as you can. It's pretty amazing for him. It's pretty good.
oh
If
yeah,
I'd be using
And I
that to my
know
full advantage.
and I know it was his brother, Garrett, but they've been involved with Sting's career since the TNA days.
oh yeah.
So he knows a lot. So I'm just happy for him to be in the business. Just hopefully he differentiates himself from. And I know it's going to be difficult to differentiate yourself from Sting, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
hopefully he can do that.
Oh, I think he will. I think he'll be fine from that.
Yeah.
Now, Dark Side of the Ring has been renewed for a 7th season on Vice TV.
Nice.
My question is who's going to get canceled off of this season?
Oh no.
Dude, I'm sorry. That just seems like an ongoing pattern. Like every season, somebody new is getting canceled.
Who gets canceled off it? If you don't mind me asking.
Ric Flair.
First it was Ric Flair. Then I think at one point it was Hogan. Now people want to cancel Roddy Piper.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm not gonna lie though, it's a kind of fucked up story. I'm not gonna give names, but apparently there is a female superstar in WCW that he sexually assaulted.
Hey yo.
That is what's being said right now.
That's news to me.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, I'm like, all right, so season 7, who's getting canceled this time?
Well, it's a possibility. I mean,
This is wild, and that was the 90s.
yeah,
I still
sometimes
find it kind of wild that after everything that came out about Ric Flair, his answer was, I'm going to start a weed business.
living in the free world, baby.
Right.
Not only start a weed business, but I'm gonna go back in the ring after multiple heart attacks and the amount of blood loss I've had over my life.
And then lost more blood in the ring.
Yeah. Well,
That
hey,
man.
at least it's keeping him spry. You know, he's doing stuff. You know, he's not off the face of the earth. I don't know.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I guess there's just a point in time where it's like, okay, maybe I should just stop and hang up the
Yeah,
boots because I just can't do
Yeah.
this anymore.
yeah. He had the whole what was it the beer or the energy? What was it, energy drink?
Yeah, the Monster
Yeah.
Energy
Energy drink.
drinks.
They came to Ohio. That was at a store very like 5 minutes from me. I didn't go. They had to work, but
Oh,
like
damn.
work comes first, baby. I know it sucks. I don't want to say that, but yeah. I have a lot of friends that went to that, and they were in line for hours. You know, I mean, he's still drawing crowds. You know, you got to see it that way. You know, he's making money where he can make money,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
no, of
Right.
course.
yeah, and then that's like, and if he can still do it, he can still do it. I mean, I'm pretty sure when you know he might be one of those guys that where when he stops, he's done for good. You know, like he where he stops, he dies. You know, maybe he needs to keep going.
Yeah. Oh, no, of course I completely get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Now, Laredo Kid has officially departed from TNA as he announced this week on social media. And Cedric Alexander's contract is coming up this weekend during Bound for Glory. Do you guys think Cedric Alexander will resign with TNA?
I could see that, but also, and I know we're gonna get to this when we talk about Bound for Glory, either Bound for Glory or Showdown, but of all the times TNA goes through a lot of contracts right now, what are they doing?
Yeah, this does seem like bad timing.
and
Yeah.
both of them are so awesome. I mean, both of them are AIW, alumni.
Oh, they both trained at AIW?
No, but well, I'm saying this wrestling there. You know, they were past wrestlers
Oh,
there. Yeah, they Setter. Do you ever you seen the Candice LeRae at Absolution?
yes.
Absolution 10
Yeah.
where he gave her the
Oh
so
my God. Yes,
that
I
was
still
I was
remember
there.
that.
I wrestled that show. That was my second AIW show I wrestled on. And yeah, I was there for that. That was so cool to see. I mean,
Was
and
she
Laredo Kid,
okay?
what's it?
I said, was she okay from taking that bump?
Well, she is now. That's
She
that's
is now.
she's
Yeah.
alive. But I think after that, I think she was into the next week with that one. The next week with that one. Yeah, she was one of
Yeah,
my trainers. Yeah,
that looked
Can
like it hurt.
yeah, Candice and her husband Johnny Gargano. They were both my trainers for AIW.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I started out with Johnny, and then after he met Candace, and then they became one. They uh they were both training us, so we kind of got a 2-for-1 special, So
That's
yeah, and
insane.
yeah, so seeing my trainer get murdered in front of me, and the rest of our trainee class that just started, that was pretty surreal. It was like kind of tragic to see. I was like, oh fuck, I was like, Candace is dead. I was like,
Right.
I guess we got next week off on training. Woo! No, I didn't say that.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't say
lumbar
that.
bar check and Johnny took over.
Yeah, and then don't Laredo Kid too. He wrestled at a bunch of our shows, and I tell you one thing about him, man. Like I never seen like such cool shit live. Like just some of the stuff that is like just crazy, like the stuff that he does. Like it was the springboard Spanish Fly. I think he did. It was
Yeah.
one of the shows that was crazy. To see that right in front of you, that's pretty amazing to see. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
it's
No, Laredo
something.
Kid is an amazing luchador.
Yeah, like, and there's a funny story. I don't know the story about him that well. Somebody like I'm sure if you ask like Dominic Carini or John Thorne with AIW, they can tell you the story really well. But something happened where I think he got like lost on the way to one of our shows, and he doesn't speak very good English, and it was a situation where he ended up somewhere where it's kind of funny where he just like random real life people with amazing wrestler that they don't know is an amazing wrestler, just seeing a wrestler in this funny situation, like seeing like the Sandman at like Chuck E. Cheese, like that'd be something funny to see, so it's like seeing it was a situation with Laredo Kid where he ended up somewhere and something funny happened, but he made it to our show. That's all that mattered. So because AIW had a lot of every indie promotion or any kind of promotion has you know something that happens wrong with one of their shows, at least one thing.
Oh
So
yeah.
getting our talent there is a big deal. So like he made it. So that was what was important. And I think that's the one where I saw him do that springboard Spanish fly, which is just insane to see live. I mean, it's just it's fascinating.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
So those are two amazing wrestlers right there, and so I mean, hopefully they end up somewhere where they belong and they make the money they deserve to make. I mean, and then they get the attention they deserve to get because just from me personal experience, I mean, seeing them, I know that they belong there. Wherever they go, they deserve success.
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree. I do. Now, some unfortunate news, I guess you could say, for Mr. Cena, because there have been several reports in regards to who his final opponent will be. And it's kind of funny that Monkey's not on here today. That's one of our other co-hosts.
Yeah, nice. Where you, Monkey? Where you at, Monkey?
Probably somewhere eating dinner right now and getting prepared for his politics podcast.
Who eats dinner? Come on, who eats dinner? Jesus
I'm
Christ.
about to the second we wrap up. But
I stuck on before. I smashed some food before.
Nice.
Kevin from work gave me some meatballs with some rice. Shout out to Kevin from work. He's a good boy.
Nice.
He's a good boy.
Nice. Now it is being reported that one Mr. Gunther this kind of scares me more than the Brock match.
yeah, because Gunther knows more than 3 moves.
Yeah, that's right.
Brock Lesnar's strong and he can throw a motherfucker around, but Gunther will bend you up like a pretzel. Gunther will have your chest bloodied and bruised, and he'll have you hurting in places that you didn't know you could hurt in.
Yep.
You'll be bending over to squat to take a poop, and you're like, "Oh, what's that pain in my butthole?"
It's like a night at county jail.
And to think, yes, he tapped out at WrestleMania, but being world champion and retiring 2 legends in the same year.
Maybe
Gunther's set.
Is he the new legend killer? Maybe
if they build him up like that, oh my gosh.
And then Randy Orton.
Maybe that's what they're going to build to. He'll be like, "I'm the new legend killer, blah, blah, blah." And then Randy Orton's going to come all out, hey, listen here, you motherfucker.
Not only is he getting the torch passed to him by all these wrestlers that are retiring, Goldberg, John Cena, and then what happens when it comes the day, which probably won't be forever, Randy Orton, giving them the torch and the gimmick. That'd be pretty fascinating.
I mean,
that would be very fascinating. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
then also AJ's next year.
And like you said, on A's, he does more than 3 moves.
Yup. So RIP Cena, that's the match they're going with.
Hey. Putting him out the right way.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Maybe.
Now, it seems that on top of John Cena's farewell tour, he will also be having 2K. He will also be having Brock, Ron Cena, Doctor of Thugonomics Cena, and the Last Real Champion Cena add-ons to 2K25.
Let me explain this real quick.
Okay.
So, because I know probably with the commas, it got a little funky.
Yeah, that got a little funky there reading that off.
Yeah. So, the Cena Farewell Edition is coming out next week.
Uh-huh.
With the Last World Champion, so heel Cena, you're getting Dr. Thugonomics Cena, you're getting Brock, and you're getting R-Truth from Saturday Night's Main Event. That's all next week. But no pricing has been revealed yet, but it will be out on the 16th. And on top of that, only the confirmation of the game of the mobile app, but no confirmation on the price or the release date through Netflix games. A 7th port of the doggone game. Thank you, 2K. You greedy. Yeah, they're coming out with a 7th port, this time mobile, through Netflix. of 2K25, which is dumb, with about a quarter of the console roster.
Right.
Uh,
Oh boy. That
Nothing
sounds
beats
like-
nothing beats WWF Warzone on PS1.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're gonna move on before I get into that argument.
I was just fucking with you, but still, that I got that when it came out, and I remember that you got it at Toys R Us. What was it, like 98, 99?
Yeah,
My grandparents, they got me that. I was very happy. So I remember
I,
that. That says my age a little bit.
I was a bit later with the SDR series, but we could talk about that later. Go ahead, Eric.
Now, to round out our mainstream highlights, Zeta Steel has officially opted to not re-sign with the WWE ID program. She thanks them and says she is, what's the word I'm looking for? Thankful for the knowledge that they have bestowed upon her, but she feels like this is the best decision for her career.
Yeah, she was only, as far as WWE was concerned, she was only a valet at 21. I feel like she could have had a lot more success as a wrestler, and she's getting there. Hell, as we're talking about later, she's got a match for the House of Glory women's title against Indy this weekend. But I feel like her ceiling was going to be where they saw Zelina until they finally put her in the ring.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree with that. I think she'll be fine on her own. She'll end up getting a contract somewhere, I believe. Now,
I could see her with TNA, or I hope
TNA,
not
yeah.
with Tony, but you never know.
Yeah, not Tony. I could see her with TNA working out, though. Now,
Yeah.
NXT Invasion. Yes, I'm calling it Invasion. I'm not calling it Showdown. It was called Invasion. Everyone get out of your fucking feelings. Now,
Yeah, we went through that last week. Yeah.
the name change was due to the 2-year anniversary of the Hamas attack in Israel, and that's the reason why they called it Showdown instead of Invasion. Look,
and kept the Invasion font.
Whatever. Now, the Hardys did take home the NXT Tag Team titles, and it will now be a 2-title match at Bound for Glory in one final time. Hardys versus Team 3D, which that is exciting.
Oh yeah.
That depends on House of Glory as well, because the Hardys are in another champions versus champions title for title match against main event. So it all depends on that one.
Yeah. Now, both Trick and Kalani made themselves the outcast of 2 locker rooms in a losing effort. Reason why we say this is Trick Williams cost Team TNA or Team NXT their match, and
being a crybaby, he walked out on him.
Crybaby, and then Kalani was the one that took the pin, wasn't she?
Yeah. JC stole the pin after a soul snatcher.
Well, then there you go.
So the Soul survivors were JC and Soul, but JC got the pin on the TNA Knockouts World Champion 4 or 5 days before she's defending the title against Indy. But here's the caveat. Ava has a #1 contenders battle royal next week for JC, and she invited the TNA Knockouts locker room. I guarantee you, if they do what I think is going to happen, I'm going to be pissed because you just had your #1 contender drop 2 major losses back to back for the rope-a-dope and made her an outcast in the NXT women's locker room.
Yeah.
I think the #1 contender is going to be Kalani.
Yeah. Now, the night itself finished in a 2-2 tie. Do you guys think that this leaves opening for them to continue this?
Well, they basically confirmed they are outside of next week with what I just talked about.
Yeah.
And they've got 3 NXT versus TNA matches on Sunday for Bound for Glory. Kalani versus Indy, Trick versus Mike, and then Javon versus Leon. All championship matches.
Right. No, I get what you're saying. I do.
So
It's cool to see Mance Warner involved with that, the invasion.
Yes. Yes. No, it's very cool to see Mance Warner involved in all that.
Him and I had some battles in the past.
I was actually going to be asking you about that here in a little bit.
Awesome.
Yeah.
my biggest issue when it came to the women's TNA team, why were there only former WWE superstars and no pure TNA knockouts on that team?
Yeah, that was like the one thing that got to me. I'm like, wait, this is all former at WWE. What's going on here?
Yeah, you had Tasha literally waiting there. You could have went to Kelly. Danny's
And they
been
used all
killing
our
it.
music.
No, they use the inspiration music too. The Iconics music.
Yeah,
They
that's what I
use
was
the
saying. They
iconic.
used the Iconics music.
Oh, they've been doing that too.
Oh,
They've been doing that on purpose. Hell, Ali, like his intro was his WWE theme, and then they switched it to the CNA theme.
okay, I see now.
Yeah, so they've been doing that because when JDC came back, it wasn't to the system theme; it was straight Fandango.
Gotcha. Now, we do also have an event going on this weekend. We got 2 events going on this weekend. We got Crown Jewel Perth, which everybody on Saturday get your coffee ready because it got an 8 a.m. start time.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's why WWE is World Wrestling Entertainment.
yeah,
Not always going to be EST.
you got that right, Pally.
Now, who do you guys think will come out as the Crown Jewel champions?
Tiffy and Seth.
I agree. I think it'll be them too.
Yeah, I think Stephanie gets screwed over by Asuka, and then they built it up so much to where some BS is happening with Seth and Cody 4.
Yeah. Now, do you think Io and Rhea will get revenge on Asuka for making them look like Smurfs?
No. I think they win the match because it's in Australia, but I think Io gets taken out.
You think so?
Because we are coming up real close on when Io is going to be specifically in Japan for not just the Marigold shows, but also for the Japan tour.
Right. Now, the only other question I have is how many more goddamn hardcore matches are we going to have to deal with that are named after continents? Just call it a fucking hardcore match.
What is this one called?
The
Australian Street Fight.
Street Fight.
Oh my God. What do you do there?
Throw a boomerang?
No.
I better see some foreign objects that are of that country only.
Why do I feel
I
like
better see a boomerang thrown at somebody.
I hope so.
no? Why do I feel like
No.
somebody's getting jumped with a kangaroo?
Yes. Yes, someone's just going to whip a kangaroo out.
There you go. Or maybe the kangaroo will whip them out, and then they'll come and fight them. You know, they have those little pouches in their guts.
Yeah.
As long as Bronson doesn't tsunami the damn kangaroo, we're good.
Yeah, I think Peter would go after him for that one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he would probably be on a run from PETA for that for sure. So, if anything, maybe the kangaroo will do some kicking.
Now, Sunday night, we also have TNA Bound for Glory happening. In the TNA Hall of Fame, we have the beautiful people being inducted by Tommy Dreamer, as well as Mickie James being inducted by Tara, better known as Victoria, in her time in WWE. Now, can Mike and Indy bring the TNA World Championships back to the company against a pair of outcasts in Trick and Kalani? My answer, it's kind of duh. I think it's pretty fucking obvious at this point. I think it's really obvious that they're going to put the title on Mike Santana. And
They have to at this point.
if they don't, it's game over. Like, you're literally waiting way too long.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why the Joe Hendry world title reign didn't really work out as well as they wanted it to, was because they waited too long.
And I still think, why are you doing it in just east of Boston instead of when you had the perfect opportunity in New York at Slammiversary?
Right. Now, with Devon calling it a career, Hardys versus Team 3D one last time, in the match that started it all, who do you think is going over?
Hardys.
Yeah, Hardys.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't see Team 3D going over on this. I'm sorry.
The second they made it for both the titles, I'm like, it's Hardy's.
And then a match that could easily steal the entire night.
The entire
Leon
weekend.
Slater versus Javon Evans for the X Division Championship. That match is going to be very fast paced, lots of flippies, lots of doodahs. It's going to be very fun. It's going to be bouncy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome to see.
Now, in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, we do have that going on, and Mance Warner did win the final entrant position. And, all right, so I know you're saying, why are they having Tessa fight an interviewer, like a backstage interviewer? You do realize Gia Miller has wrestling training, right?
I know that, but
This is their way in introducing her as a wrestler.
I get that. I just hope. I get that.
Catch up, Grandpa.
I'm not saying it is that.
Do I need to grab your walker?
I think I need to get a bell for you guys. Ding that bell. Get a match going.
Stupper's on.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just really. So you're so headstrong on having Tessa anywhere near that card. You put her against somebody after what she did in WoW. You do this.
I mean, in the words of that one dude, Michael J. Butin, where he made that one meme talking about where, okay, so we have a lot of guys that we're releasing right now. We need to build up our roster again. Who'd you sign? We re-signed Tessa Blanchard. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked.
Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, Anthem screwed up, I think. And the fact they had to take her off TV for this entire build since Slammiversary just tells you.
Now, Mr. Kaplan, we do have a few questions for you today.
All right. Hell yeah. Bring them on, baby.
Now, you've been in the professional wrestling business for a little over a decade now, starting back in 2015, correct?
Yeah, 14. Well, I debuted in 15 and I started like mid 14.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, June 10th, 2014 is when I started training.
Right. Now, you've been a part of AIW since literally the beginning of your career. Like, that was where you had your first match.
That's right.
And now, 10 years later, you're one of their main staples, probably one of their main eventers, like on a regular basis. What would you say one of your biggest takeaways have been being able to work with Absolute Intense Wrestling?
Like takeaways in regards to what?
Like in regards to, like what has been like your biggest learning point? What has been like the best thing that you've done there?
Oh, well, I mean, it's hard to say because I mean, I had a lot going like especially since like 2021 when I made the comeback after COVID. Like I had a lot of amazing matches with some people that I would have never thought like that I would ever like even get the chance to share the ring with. Like recently Haku.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like it's. I mean, that's just and that was just like it was more a dream match from John Thorne, and then it was a dream match that I didn't know that I needed until. But I always was, a huge fan and like fascinated by his story and him being one of the most crazy motherfuckers out there, man. I mean, he was, dude. I got to witness that myself. You know how fucking when that bell rang, I got to see that guy's fucking light switch turn on in his eyes.
Oh, wow.
Like, like that was something else. Like stuff like that, like stuff wrestling Rhino. He basically wrestling a lot of the vets, which really helped me really like learn like how to wrestle, like work a match, like have a real wrestling match, and like just it's just so genuine and just little stuff like that, just like all this crazy stuff I've done, like and there's a lot of people that I worked with over the years that just contributed to that. But a lot of all the legends that I wrestled, that's to me that's the most fascinating part. That's the biggest takeaway for sure. I had the Barbarian also. Like it's just, it's just to me it's like it's cool and like then I had the Bill Alfonso Championship. and seeing Bill Alfonso on a regular, that's something that I never thought I needed in my life. He's one of the best guys ever.
Right.
So it's just people that I met throughout the years in the business that are a big part of my life still. I'm glad to be part of it.
Of course, of course. Now, I actually had the pleasure of getting to meet you back in 2023 when you guys were in Youngstown. I can't remember the exact name of the convention that was going on, but there was a wrestling convention going on, and I ended up at the AIW show afterwards. Now, I ended up buying some jerky off of you, and that was some very tasty jerky, as I stated before we hopped on here. So,
Yeah, thanks, Billy.
of course. So, what got that started? Like, was it just random? Like what exactly got you started on wanting to make jerky and sell it and the whole nine?
Well, over the year, like, I don't know, over the last like decade or so, just I had some friends that I started making jerky, and we like doing that, and pretty much everybody likes jerky. I know, you know, I would say like at least 8 out of 10 people you ask like jerky. So
Of
like
course.
so like it's just something that you can't. It's I always like doing like at home crafts like that, like cooking it. Like I make my own sausage too, my own Italian sausage, and I
Nice.
dry it out. I do that. I hang it in my basement, and looks like John Wayne Gacy's house when I do. It's crazy, but still, it's like an old Italian tradition, stuff like that, and I like doing stuff like that. So we got into jerky making, and then I ended up finding my own recipe, and I got a little serious about it. And the inspiration for selling it at wrestling shows at AIW was actually Candice LeRae, because
Really?
because back when she was still around, when they were both on the indies still. Um, Candace would sell her own homemade cupcakes at shows, and she would do it at
Really?
AIW. Yeah, she put them on the merch tables, and people, and she did it. I mean, she went all out. I mean, she and McNeely's like I make a lot of jerky, but like she can only bake so much, But she would come with like a couple of trays of cupcakes, like I would say like 2 or 3 dozen cupcakes, and she would sell them for however much. And like I went back to earlier, wrestling shows with food. People love food. People
Yeah.
and it's different, imagine being drunk and seeing cupcakes at a table. Cupcakes. I would fucking knock over that. I would eat that whole fucking table. Yeah, I would be
Right.
if I weren't wrestling, I would be your biggest customer.
I
So,
was gonna
so
say, like, we were walking back to like how I got intrigued because we were walking back to the car. I was stoned, and I was just like, I'm hungry. And we're walking back to the car, and I just look over to you, and I'm like, "Is this man selling jerky?" I was drunk. And I'm like, "Son of a bitch!" I'm like, "He is selling jerky." I was drunk. And I walked over, and I'm just like, "How much?"
yeah, love it. There's a funny story to why I was out there selling the jerky,
Why?
because I was indoors selling jerky, and that show that I wrestled on, the Sandman was there. They had
Uh-huh.
they had the Sandman there, and he was in the back, and he looked like he was just in his own, he was in his own corner pretty much by himself, and I set up camp right next to him when I was getting ready for the show, and that's like
Oh,
right after I got my Bill Alfonso hardcore tournament belt, and
right.
so I was bullshitting with him, just talking to him, and he was really nice. Like I gave him a bag of jerky. I have a lot of people you see on TV now have had the jerky. I think like just like random people. I don't know. Like it's been around like my ex, but yeah, so yeah, I'm talking to Sandman, and he's telling me all these cool stories, and I showed him the belt, and he was really fascinated by that. Oh yeah, because I told him I was like, I'm pretty sure you would appreciate this belt because you with the past you have with Bill Alfonso, and he took a picture of it on his phone and sent it to him. So
Right.
that's cool to see, and I was like the only one hanging out with him, talking to him, and uh, he actually thanked me for hanging out with him because nobody else was talking to him. He's like I hate when I go to shows and nobody talks. He's like it's fucking boring. It sucks. He's like what the hell? He sees people with their headphones on or on their phone. So
Yep.
I took advantage of that rare opportunity. So he told me a bunch of cool fucking stories too. So I went to go sell jerky after, and they I guess in that venue, that bowling alley, they don't allow any outside foods to be sold. So
Oh,
so they told me, they're like, yeah, so you can't sell them in here. Well, they didn't tell me that I couldn't sell them in the parking lot. So what did I do? People were mad because they just announced it. Like Pedro, our announcer, it was Steve Guy at the time. Steve Guy, our announcer at the time, he announced that we had jerky. So everybody was getting ready to buy some, and they told me that I couldn't do it. So I went outside, and the line formed from like the door to my trunk, and then any and then imagine, I mean, this is a bowling alley also, so there's people bowling and all this stuff and eating at the restaurant in there while they're walking by. They weren't there for that wrestling show, so they walk out and they see some guy fucking selling jerky out of his trunk, and it's kind of crazy having a guy at my side, some big bald dude coming up to you and with samples like, here, you want some jerky in the alleyway? But it still sold out that night, and I was happy, and that's how you got to try it. So that's why I was out there selling jerky, was because the venue was being little bitches.
Oh, I can see that now.
Yeah.
Hey, sucks for them, honestly. Probably lost some business over it.
Yeah.
Now,
Eric, you know what I'm thinking right now, and you know what I'm trying to get you to ship out.
what? Ship
West.
out his jerky to you?
Bingo.
Just give him your address, too stupid.
Will do.
Oh, you said you want some jerky mailed to you?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you, man. I got you. Don't worry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, there
like
you
3
go.
hours west. Like I said,
Oh, where do you live?
Indianapolis.
Oh shit! I'm actually glad that you're, because I don't think I mailed to Indiana yet. So that's another surrounding state I can say I mailed to. So
All right.
we'll make this happen. Like, I can make it as spicy you want to. It could be from not that spicy to make your asshole burn for a week.
Hey, I am more on the mild side, so we'll talk after
Got you,
we get off air.
Kelly.
But
I was
All
gonna
right.
y'all been
say,
talking about it. I'm like, yeah, let's get
I was
it.
gonna say, I'll send you over his Facebook info once we get off of here.
Thank you. That's funny. I wasn't expecting to strike a deal over the podcast. I love it. Hey, there's never a bad time for business. You always make time
Y'all,
for it.
hey,
Now,
y'all been talking about it, and I'm like mouth
Th-
watering thinking about it.
this is what I'm slowly learning as I get into the business. It's like, now what? And now I always got to be, trying to pitch it no matter what.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
exactly. Now, besides AIW, you're also a regular for the promotion ICW No Holds Barred, where you recently got to go one-on-one with GCW Ultraviolent champion Matt Tremont.
Oh yeah,
What would you say it was like getting to work with him?
hell of a dude, crazy
Yeah?
motherfucker. That motherfucker does not give a shit. Hell of a
No?
dude, great dude, awesome dude.
I was gonna say, like, I've watched him quite a bit on GCW because I watch GCW regularly on Triller, and I love his entrance music. It always gets me pumped up every time I hear his entrance music.
It's funny. I was at work today, and I was jamming the music, and his song came on, and I was trying to tell some fucking random kid that I work with that knows nothing about wrestling. I'm like, oh yeah, I once wrestled a guy that came out to this, and he made me bleed fucking more blood than you'd ever seen in your whole fucking life.
Where do you work?
I'm a warehouse manager for an exterior supplier.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so yeah, I just manage the warehouse, and it's like I lift heavy shit all day, fucking smoke cigars while I do it, because we're old school there. We don't give a fuck, and yeah, I just fucking get shit done, taking care of business, baby.
Right. Now, it seems that one of your regular opponents, or I don't know if I would say regular opponents, but it seems like you've had quite a few matches with him. Sensei, and I say Sensei very loosely, Sensei Tyson Riggs.
Yeah.
Is that him? Is his character? Is that him on like 24/7, 365? Is he seriously that delusional?
I don't think anybody can fucking portray what he's doing. I think that's just him in general. I think that I don't think that it's a character or gimmick. I think that's him as it is. I mean, he is who he is.
I mean, it's more so that, like, I come from a martial arts background, right? And I've seen past matches of like when he tries to come at you or tries to go at Broner or like even Barkley, and you guys just stand there like, okay, are you done now? Okay, it feels like
You're still
I'm
here?
pretty sure at one point I even saw him trying to hit you, and you're like, hey, this tickles. But
It did
it's
tickle.
just
It did
like,
tickle, actually.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, you got a big ass dude in front of you, like karate, like, and this is coming from a martial artist. I got 3 black belts.
Oh yeah,
Big ass dude versus karate is not gonna work. You're still gonna die.
yeah,
Especially when the big ass dude knows how to fight.
yeah. I'll give the kid credit. He got up in my face, give him that. But
I
it
will give him
doesn't.
that. He does
It
have
didn't. It
balls.
didn't. Let's just say it didn't always work out for him very well.
No, I
His,
will give him that. At least he does have balls. I will
yeah.
say that. But
It all depends on if he aims directly for a joint. If he does not, then sorry, you're an idiot.
Yeah. We definitely been through our share of times as well. Like one of his matches with me, he didn't turn out so good for him either.
yeah,
But like, yeah, it was one of the first time we ever wrestled. But
of course.
it was definitely a good learning experience for him. Let's just say
Right.
that.
Right, of course.
That's the older version of me talking now. That's me like kind of transforming into not wanting to, unwillingly transforming into an adult, thinking about stuff like that. Not just like, oh, I killed the fucking kid, or but I just want to. But me as transforming into somewhat of an adult, I guess you should say. I'm going to say that it was a good learning experience for him.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Now, back in 2023, you did have the opportunity to go one-on-one with the Southern psychopath Mance Warner. Would you say he was one of your tougher opponents, or have you had worse?
I've had worse, but he's up there with the worst, and he's another one. He's fucking out of his fucking mind. He's crazy. He don't give a shit, and that's what I respect about him. Because I don't give a fucking shit about
Right.
anything. When that bell rings, we don't give a fuck. We don't care what's happening. What we got to do, what we got to do, in no regards to our bodies, to fucking finish this match, to win this match. He's one of those guys where I see the light switch in him turn on. The psychopath in him
Right.
fucking spark. Like he's fucking crazy. And then we had some crazy battles too. We shared blood. We both bled together. So that says a lot. He was one up on me, and I was one up on him.
Mm-hmm.
In my
Oh
eyes,
yeah.
in my eyes, it should be one more tiebreaker.
I mean, hey, I would not argue about Kaplan versus Warner 3. I would not argue about that match whatsoever.
Oh yeah, our first one especially was really good. In 20, it was 21.
Hmm.
How you want to say? I could be wrong. I don't know. Like I said, my brain's butter nowadays. But
Right.
yeah, you could look it up. But yeah, it was another AIW show, and yeah, we had a killer match for that too.
Right. Now, to round out this little interview portion, it's 2 a.m. You just got done with the show and you just sold out of jerky. Where are you stopping to eat?
Oh shit, somewhere unique. Everybody says Waffle House, not me, brother. Okay, last resort maybe, but if I see something like a diner, like something unique out of the like whatever, Dan and Kim's place, I'll stop there.
Yeah.
But like something like that, maybe I wonder if there is a Dan and Kim somewhere. But you know what I mean. Somewhere unique. Pancakes. I want fucking pancakes.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You get
definitely.
some steak of pancakes as they're mashed. That's good to go. It's probably not the best thing to eat, afterwards, but it's rewarding to me. And
Oh
and
yeah, hell.
chocolate milk.
There you go. Now you're
Yep.
making it up.
Yeah, that's about as real as it gets. First stop's gas station. Go get that chocolate milk.
Hey.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
had one right before this podcast. Actually, yeah,
Nice.
preparation, baby.
Now, Don A's, for the open discussion, do you mind elaborating on this a little bit? Because I haven't heard anything about this.
Okay, so that's just because I've been all over social media and I've been seeing what the absolute. Because the first AI wrestling clip that I saw was the resurrection and Chris Benoit randomly returning to WWE or debuting in AEW, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I see like it just progressively getting worse and worse to where I saw one online where people are making AI of Hitler doing a promo battle with Lincoln. I'm like, bruh, can we not and just have some respect for those that are no longer with us? Because I know at some point there were a few celebs that were getting sent AI of their late loved ones, and I'm like, some people need to be better.
Yeah, I think you need to fill out an application to get on the internet.
I think you need to fill
Yeah,
out an application just to be a human.
Yeah, for sure. People are dickheads nowadays, but that's what it is. It's just the way it is.
Hmm.
Fucking you be you. That's all you can be.
Of course, of
right.
course.
When
Now,
I
just
saw like a Denny Trejo Eddie Guerrero matchup online, I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
yeah. Now,
Well,
just to run through our Indieverse section a little quickly. Wrestling Revolver Tales from the Ring was last weekend. We did see a new Revolver Remix champion get crowned in BDE. Congratulations to BDE. And Chris Danger, what the hell?
Yeah, bruh,
And
you
thank you,
ruined your.
Shotzi. And thank you, Shotzi, also, by the way, for stunning Sean Ross Sapp. Now, if you can get Meltzer next, that would be great.
I thought you would like that.
That part was my favorite part of the entire night.
If you would have said the entire weekend, I would have died laughing.
Now, also, Andrade El Idolo did win the Crash Lucha Heavyweight Championship this past weekend, which this is his first piece of gold since leaving WWE, which actually is pretty quick because he already has a piece of gold outside of WWE. He hasn't even been released for a month.
Yeah, since he didn't win anything in AEW, it's his first since originally leaving WWE,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy.
Oh, yeah. Now, this weekend, we do have House of Glory. With the glory comes pride. The Hardys are going to be in for their second title versus title match. They're on a quest for gold, buddy. I swear to God, this is going into the broken gimmick again. And they're just going to be like, oh, the gold.
Bring it back.
Please bring it back. I loved every second of it.
And Triple H may actually do Broken Hardys in WWE, which
So
would
now,
be an upgrade to the Judgment Day.
Against main event for the House of Glory World Tag Team Championships, which this will be, if they win, their fourth set of titles that they are now holding on to.
Yeah. Which it's either going to be a Hardys win or no contest because there's no damn way TNA is going to let House of Glory dunk on them a night before.
Uh-huh.
Because I guarantee you, Hardys versus Team 3D is main event in Battle for Glory.
Oh, 100%. Now,
Yeah.
Indy Hartwell is set to defend her House of Glory Women's World Championship against Zeta Steel. And Cardona's probably going to die because he has a match against Killer Cross.
Yeah, they're finally doing that match.
How much you want to bet Cardona's actually going to talk shit to him and be like, hey, guess where I get to go on Tuesday?
That's why and where it starts.
I swear to God, if he does that, I'm going to die laughing. And at that point, I'll be like, well, rest in peace to Matt Cardona.
Yeah, Chelsea's not going to be able to save you.
Yeah, Chelsea will not save you. Because if she gets involved, then Scarlett will kill
her.
No, Triple H won't even let her go anywhere near that show.
I just find that whole thing funny. Now,
oh yeah,
it was also announced this week that the Good Brothers are heading to NWA. They will be at Samhain. Speaking of Samhain, go to NWA live events now and go buy your tickets for Samhain Part 3 in Atlanta, Georgia at Center Stage. If you don't buy them, well,
I tell you guys are good at this. You guys are real good at this. I give you much respect.
So make sure you go to NWALiveEvents.com and buy your tickets. They're selling out they're actually starting to move pretty quickly. Don't trust WrestleTix because obviously they don't get accurate numbers. And all the floor seats are already sold. We got a meet and greet event going on with Mr. Billy Corgan before the show. And on top of that, we have the return of the Hex. We got the debut of Shotzi. We got the return of Matt Cardona, who will probably be eating a stunner from Shotzi because Shotzi loves fucking with him. We got a lot going on. And as of yesterday, this match actually has me toiling in my tootsies, I guess you could say. They announced a 6-way casket match.
Hey, what?
A 6-way casket match.
How does that work?
It's a 6-way tag team match, like 3-on-3.
You have to put it all
3 caskets.
I was about to say, you got to put them all in the same one. That's a big casket. That's like a Yokozuna casket.
Continue, because I'm baffled.
Now, this weekend we do also have GCW Fight Club. Night 1 will be the Art of War games, and then night 2 will be a whole lot of violence. It's happening in Atlantic City. Now, Kaplan, do you have anything that you would like to plug before we hop off here?
Oh yeah. Watch AIW any chance you get. Look it up on YouTube. Follow it. You go on Facebook and add them. What is it? Twitter or the X, whatever you call it. Follow them on there. Go on the Instagram and give them a follow on there. I think that's what you call it. I'm not too tech savvy. And Pally's beef jerky. I tell you one thing, it's the best jerky you're gonna eat. You can go anywhere, any gas station, and find the same old beef jerky. It's all the same shit. It tastes like dog meat. You can compare it. You can compare it next to begging strips. Blindfold somebody, give them a piece of Jack Links and a piece of begging strips, and they won't know the difference. You give them my jerky, it's damn good. It's made right out of my kitchen, right here. Look at there's my kitchen over there. Yeah. So I definitely both of you guys tell me your addresses. I'll get you more jerky also, and it's amazing. I appreciate you plugging it for me on here even.
Yeah, no, of course.
Oh,
Thanks,
yeah.
man. We appreciate you coming on here.
Yeah, it's a good time. You know, like I said, I just got off work. I'm chilling right now. This is nice. You know, this is not my typical Thursday night.
Yeah, no, we
Hey.
really appreciate you making the time to come on here.
Yeah, this is good.
Anything you want to plug?
Other than the fact of UFA being the newest member of that one, which that just fell into my lap and just trying to keep up on football.
Oh,
But
I'll tell you right now, that happened because of me.
I saw the text message, and
Yeah,
we got to talk on that one.
We're in a group chat, and we have a football podcast, and they needed a new co-host, and I'm like, oh, that's easy, just use Donnaise. And they're like, are you sure he'll be okay? And I'm like, yeah, he'll be fine with it.
While I was asleep.
Yeah, while he was asleep, and I'm just like, yeah, Donnaise can do all this.
Yeah, you're sleep. You're a sleepwalker.
Nah, it was like when I woke up and I seen it, I'm like, bro, are you serious?
He's just like, God damn it, Eric.
Like, legit. Recovering from sleep apnea, and I see this, and I'm like, you suck. Okay, I guess I'm doing this now.
And of course, before we sign off here, guys. Make sure that you eat your bacon and.
Hey, that was my ex-girlfriend. So get her off there. I ain't give you copyright for that. Sorry, I ain't mean to ruin your ending there. I can't contain myself.
No, that was good.